Worried about not having immigration status because you enter without inspection and stay in the US for quite some time? If you got married to US citizen or permanent resident spouse, 601A waiver might be your solution. Hi, I'm attorney Jay Francis. I'm a US immigration lawyer based in Chicago but serving all 50 states. You can find me on every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time for my YouTube stream. Are you or your spouse having stress of not having immigration status, not having work permit, not having social security? If you enter the US without a visa and never left the United States, you're unlawfully present in the United States. It's called unlawful presence. But don't lose your hope. There is a 601A waiver as an option to cure your entry without inspection and unlawful presence in the United States. In this video, I'm gonna break down everything you need to know about 601A provisional unlawful presence waiver. Number one, who qualifies for this 601A waiver? You must get married to US citizen or permanent resident spouse, and only inadmissibility, which prevents you from becoming permanent resident, is to enter the US without a visa and never left the United States. So it means that there should be no other inadmissibility issues like criminal records or health-related inadmissibility. Number two, how do you start your case? Your US citizen or permanent resident spouse will submit I-130 petition to USCIS. You also need to submit 130A form to USCIS. Your spouse and you will submit strong relationship document to show that you and your spouse have built bona fide relationship over time. And what are the next steps? When your I-130 petition is approved by the USCIS, your case will move on to next stage, 601A waiver. You will submit this waiver form and supporting documents to USCIS. You're still inside the United States. When the USCIS approve your 601A waiver, then your case will transfer or move into consular processing. And at the end, you'll be attending consular interview at your home country. When interview goes well, when you get an immigrant visa, you'll come back to the United States with an immigrant visa and you'll receive a green card and social security. That's the ending point of this process. Just keep in mind that you're inside the United States until interview is scheduled. Number three, how long does the whole process take? Unfortunately, the waiver process from the beginning to the end takes quite some time. We're talking about 4 years from the beginning to the end. And then if you are from Mexico, there will be additional wait time. For most waiver cases, this case takes longer than most other immigration application because the waiver process for USCIS takes quite some time. It's going to take quite some time for USCIS to review your waiver case. Number four, how to prove extreme hardships to your spouse. The key point is to show extreme hardship to your spouse, not to you. We're talking extreme hardship. So this is very challenging process for you. Typically, you need to show variety of hardship done to your spouse. So it can be financial, right? Without your financial contribution, your U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse and U.S. citizen children will face a financial difficulty. Or it can be medical. Without your support, your spouse and your citizen children will have a hard time seeing doctors and getting medical treatment. It can be your U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse emotional distress. So we often include immigration psychological evaluation report to show and support U.S. citizen permanent resident spouse emotional distress. Or it can be relocation hardship. Your spouse and then also U.S. citizen children will give up everything, will follow to your home country and suffer, right? No jobs, no medical, facilities, access to medications. Your spouse potentially doesn't speak, Spanish and any other language that you speak at your home. So lots of issues. So even after watching this video, you made this far, still you have a lingering concern. What if you're not able to come back when you went for interview at your home country? What makes you unable to come back to United States quickly? End up spending up to 1 year or more than 1 year in home country. So I'm gonna talk about some common grounds for your inability to come back to the United States. Number one, you entered the U.S. unlawfully multiple times. This waiver applies to you only if you enter the U.S. unlawfully only once. So multiple unlawful U.S. entry, you're going to have some issues. You're not coming back to U.S. anytime soon. Number two, if you have a serious criminal records, then there will be potentially additional waiver you need to go through after your interview. This is why very important for you to have a various background check, right? Criminal background, immigration background check. Number three, if you're a little bit older and then when you enter the U.S. unlawfully or after you enter the U.S. unlawfully, you encourage your family members, we're talking your children, to enter the U.S. It's called alien smuggling. You may have issue after your interview as well. There's more, but these are the three most common reasons why you don't come back to U.S. right after your interview. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I'm gonna make more on this topic. Find me on Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Time when I do YouTube Live. Thank you.